everyone. I'm here today. My name is Soe Noire, and I'm doing an interview with the very talented, the very cool StarlyBri, aka Sabrina Sims. Let's do some virtual applause. Virtual round of applause, real quick. All right. We're basically just going to yap and talk a little bit about creativity and creating and the upcoming, very awesome, very cool Black LGBTQ variety show, FrizzFest, hosted by me this Friday on the
Yay.
6th. Yippee.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you for inviting me to do the interview
Of,
and also be part of the show.
of course. Very lovely to have you. The first question would be, what is your favorite medium? What is your favorite way to create?
Hmm. I think that's a hard question because I think I'm pretty much one of those multidisciplinary artists as a lot of people are. So I guess it depends on the day, honestly, or the season.
Hmm. Real shit. No, I would say I would definitely say I'm the same way. Sometimes I feel like the medium I should be in is I feel like drawing a little something. And sometimes I feel like writing a little something. So,
Hmm.
it's very fun being multidisciplinary.
Yeah, for me, it's I feel like it's very ADHD coded for me too, because
That's
I'm just
real. Yeah.
oh, I gotta make some jewelry. Oh, I'm gonna go work on some coding. So it's
Right.
it really depends on what I'm feeling. But I think that's what's actually really fun for me.
Next question being, how long have you been live coding?
I've been live coding I think it's about 4 years now.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's one of my newest mediums. Because let's see, I started off when I was a teenager or a kid, doing drawing and painting, the usual stuff, and a little bit of jewelry making and sewing. But I don't know, I was interested in trying to make more kind of video art things.
Mhm.
So then I ended up finding live coding, which is basically making code on the fly for performances.
Mhm.
And you use I use open source software, which is basically free software that's created and maintained by the community. So I think that's really cool. The program I use is called Hydra, so it's a browser based program where you can um yeah, you don't need any special software to use it, which is one of the things I really like about it.
Yeah, and just out of curiosity, what's the difference between open source and something else? Or
So open source is it's free and developed by a community, but I guess closed source would be stuff Microsoft makes or stuff private companies make.
right.
So kind of it's yeah, I feel those softwares they're usually you have to pay for
Right,
them,
exactly. It's a
and
pay.
they're you also need a license, so it's kind of it's a lot more restrictive.
Mm-hmm.
So then less people have resources to learn it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so like open source is basically like for the people by the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's very it's very anarchist, honestly.
Yeah. And we love some anarchy over here.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm just why do we need private software to make
Exactly.
things?
Yeah, and there's so many and like the so many like restrictions that come with it when
Hmm.
we can kind of just do our like artists can just do our own thing. I was seeing a lot
Hmm.
of that to do with Bandcamp, which I don't think is open source, but just the idea of like a platform made by artists for artists type of thing. And
Yeah.
yeah, it cuts out a lot of evil stuff too, or like a lot of it cuts out the corporation middleman, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's great that on Bandcamp you can set up the price of how you want, how much you want people to pay for your music instead of
Right, exactly.
Spotify that they don't care, you get what you get from them.
Right, like point zero 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 zero
Yeah.
two six cents. It's like okay, scraps basically. Yeah,
No. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, so what inspires like your live code? Like how long, how many performance have you ever done a live coding performance before?
I've done a decent amount of live coding performances, like in person in like New York City and also like virtual
New
ones.
York.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I really enjoy like kind of like the audience interaction when I'm doing it, and it's just like kind of just like it's kind of like DJing to me
Mhm.
almost, in
Yeah,
that like
no,
you
yeah.
can
It's
kind of
a
just like be spontaneous and just like feel the energy, you know?
right, yeah, kind of like with
Mhm.
DJs who like they build up, they kind of like some DJs that like build up the sound. Yeah, that's basically
Yeah.
yeah, basically the same. They're very, very, very similar.
I mean, I call the way that I like explain like live coding to people is like it's visual DJing.
Next question would be basically what inspires your sets and like what inspires you to create.
I say for like my sets, like I think I'm inspired by a lot of like kind of like cosmic vibes, you know?
Mhm.
Because like my style of live coding is that like I focus on like texture and color. So it's kind of like almost like, you know, like when people like do paintings that they're very like they kind of have like loose brushstrokes, kind of like impressionist paintings.
Mhm.
That's kind of what my live coding is like, because it's like I'm just like, oh, I don't have to make it look like a specific thing, you know, but I want it to like kind of vibe with the music and
Right.
like kind of express the emotion of the music.
Oh, this is getting me excited for the big February 7th.
I'm so excited. Just like I actually like
To see
did
it in
a like
action.
uh I did a live coding set for one of Anusha's shows, and like you know they're performing at the first show too, so I'm like, oh, yay, like they have a sneak peek, or like other people that have gone have a sneak peek, and I'm just like, no, it's just so fun to like have a space to like kind of share this like kind of like I don't know, more abstract
Right,
art
yeah.
that I
Um,
do.
right. And yeah, I feel like out of a lot of like performance arts and stuff, it's not something that like most people think of. So
Yeah.
it's a very cool and like very niche experience.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite time that you like to create? Like what
Um,
do you have like a specific time that like you're like okay, yeah, I'm in flow state.
I think it's usually like either like early in the morning or at night, kind of just like the opposite, like you know, extreme ends. Because I'm just like
Yeah,
those
when
are
the
those
creative
times are like
juices are flowing.
when I have like you know like no interruption, like, and I can just like kind of just like you know just like be like okay, like this is like what feels cool, like let me like explore this.
Mhm. The best times to be experimental. Shout out to
Yeah,
my creative to the creative night owls because I
I
feel like
know.
yeah I feel like I my brain starts like being like I have an idea, write it down. Usually around that like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. time slots.
Seriously.
That's when I reach my flow state for creating.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, damn, I have to go to bed. Like, I can't be up, like, doing art at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean it's a small price to pay for very cool art. I would like
Yeah,
to say.
like, if you catch the creative wave, it's like, you better, like, take advantage of it.
Right, exactly, exactly. I agree. What has been your favorite project so far creatively?
Hmm. I feel like, I guess totally not, like, related to live coding, but I really like making mash chains.
Mhm.
Like, that's been, like, I think I've been doing it for maybe, like, a year and a half now. But I feel like actually I think I have one. Do I have one? Let me get one really quick. I have one
Of
on my
course,
desk.
map change showcase. Oh, let's
Oh
see it.
yay, pick one that matched my outfit.
Woo! That one is pink. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
But yeah, it's like cool to like make like wearable art. That's always been my like thing that I've been interested in, because I'm just like I don't know, like I you know, I feel like now that more people have gotten my mask chains, I like have bumped into people wearing them sometimes, and I'm just like
Like that looks very familiar.
I was like, oh my gosh, like, wait, you're wearing my mask chain. Like, that's so nice.
That's so cool seeing your art out in
I
the wild.
know.
Yippee.
It's a really great feeling. I'm just like, I made something like, that people like wanna wear and wanna use.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like a very I would say mask chains in general are a very cool way to like accessorize your mask because there's only so many things you can do, and I think like just having a really cool chain, you know, you kind of spices things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of COVID-19 and these trying time in these trying times, the next that would kind of jump into the next question, which is how has it been navigating being an artist during the COVID-19 times and it still being a thing?
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely been rough, but I mean, like, I feel like I've gotten lucky to like find more artists and like friends and like community members that like care about COVID safety. And like I think that's honestly been like one of the things that has like been sustaining me like all these years is just like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not alone in this, like even though it feels really isolating.
Mhm.
And like I like really, appreciate like that, that you and like other people like do like virtual shows because I feel like that's like, I think it's one way to like connect all of us.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, especially in like in a time where like it's very not always the easiest trying to navigate like art and performance art and like all these type of things and all these venues that are
Hmm.
kind of like you know what we actually don't give a shit. So
Yeah.
I find that I too like really find that virtual events and putting on virtual events is really fun because not only that like you kind of the easiest and I feel like it's one of the most accessible ways because even if like it is an all mass event in person, the idea of like anyone from like anywhere in not even
Yeah.
the state or the country or in the world can just be like
Hmm.
and come into this like virtual experience. I think that is very very cool and very fun. And yeah, these type of spaces and the like COVID informed like community organizers kind of like uh, really embody the like create the change you want to see in the world. Like it's
Yeah.
like yeah, we can't always rely on these huge venues and stuff to really have COVID mitigation a part of their thing. Because a
Yeah.
lot of the times, yeah,
Absolutely.
and a lot of even like spaces that call themselves like super queer, they'd be
Yeah.
very unmasked. They'd be
I
very
know.
maskless, very unaccessible.
Yeah. And it's like funny, like you mentioned, like being the change you want to see in the world because it's like I like let's see, I feel like I did a few events like community events, like workshops and stuff before the pandemic started, but I've like done a lot more like now because I'm just like, yeah, like if no one else is doing this, like I want to do it. Like if I
Exactly.
have like the help and stuff, like I want to like, make sure like people have like ways to like meet each other and like I don't know, just like I think it's just like kind of I was like, you know, kind of like I had to like push myself a little bit to like be like, okay,
Mhm.
this is important to me. I gotta figure this out, like how I'm gonna do it, or just like, and I feel like that's like one of the things that has been like I don't know, just like cool that to like be able to just like I don't know, do things like zine fairs or
Right.
like workshops or I don't know, just like I guess like events that prioritize like COVID safety.
Right. And community care, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, the next question would be, how do you navigate burnout as a creative?
Hmm. Let's see. I try to focus on like my like not art hobbies. So, I play a lot of video games to like, to like relax and like rest and stuff like that. So I have a Switch, so I like play my Switch all the time.
Oh yeah. What
Yeah.
what game? What games you got?
I have like, let's see, I have Hello Kitty Adventure Island.
I just saw that. I just passed that in a store, and I was like, something is spiritually calling me to this game. But let
It's
me
so
let me
cute.
put that in the back of my mind palace.
It's cute and it's actually hard. It's a little hard. Those animal like those I call them I was gonna say Animal Crossing characters, that too, but like those are real characters. They like want you to be running errands and stuff like that. I'm like, chill, like
Right?
I'm supposed to be like, this is supposed to be like my chill game and you're telling me to go across town to go talk to Cinnamon Roll, like
No, I'm gonna have to agree because a lot of these like cozy s games, you see it and it's like hard domestic labor. It's like what the hell? Like they want you to go. They literally want you to like to go on like 300. Oh hey, Hello Kitty
Mhm.
adventure. So they're like you're gonna
Yeah.
go on an adventure for real. Yeah. But yeah. So focusing on non-art related hobbies.
Yeah. Yeah. I also like baking every once in a while. I don't get to do it much, but I just made like this thing called butter mochi the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's basically like cake made with like rice flour. Um and it's really squishy and really delicious. So I'm just like when I made that, I was just like, okay, like this is my treat. This is my special cake that I make like twice a year. Like
Yeah, especially the treat to reward being alive.
for rewarding being alive and morale too.
Exactly. From an artist, from your artistic perspective, or like from an artist perspective, what is something, what is something that you would, or piece of advice that you would tell past creative you?
Hmm. Let's see. I feel like I would tell myself to go to like more workshops.
Mhm.
Because that's like that's been one of the things that has like really made me like grow as an artist.
Mhm.
And it's not necessarily just creative workshops, although those are the ones that I usually go to, but it's just kind of like I think just like being able to create with other people in like a group setting, I think it feels like it's kind of like it kind of makes me like think of art in a different way because it's like, I'm not doing this like in a solitary way. Like it's kind of
Right.
like
You're doing it like with
I'm
like community.
hmm yeah. And it feels like, oh, okay, like this is like what, this is like part of like the meaning of like creating is like doing it to like build something with other people or like learn from other people, like to get perspectives about things you like don't know or just like want to learn more about.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite workshop that you've ever been to?
Hmm. Let me think. Hmm. I would say like my favorite one that I've been to is like a risograph workshop.
Hmm.
So like, do you know what risograph printing is?
No, what's that?
It's basically like printing with like a copy, like it's like this machine that's like a copy machine, but it only prints one color at a time. So it's like
Okay,
screen
I think yeah,
printing.
I feel like I've seen an Instagram short of this before, or Instagram reel of this.
Yeah.
But yes, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, I make like Riso prints, but basically like the way I started making them is that I went to a workshop with Lucky Risograph, which is like a print studio in like New York City, and like that was like 2018. So it's been like almost like yeah, I think like 8 years since
Oh
I
shit.
learned about it. But like I made my
Oh,
first like
wow.
Riso print there and I was just like, wait, this is so cool because it's like you can make like a lot of prints at once and it's like,
Mhm.
affordable. It's like
Yeah,
it's like you're not like, making each print like hand by hand.
like
So it's like
handmade, right? Yeah.
yeah. Like it's still handmade, but it's like
Oh,
it's not as like labor
right,
intensive
right. It's not
and
as
like
tedious, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. So like I feel like that was really special because I was just like, oh, let me like try this. I don't know what it's gonna be like. And then I was just like, oh, this is like awesome. Like I want to do this. So like then I like got to do like a work exchange, um, with like the studio called Endless Editions, and like that's how I kind of got into like zine making communities, and like trying to just like do more like community like art making once I like learn more.
Speaking of zines, people should definitely check out her work of masking through blackness. Yay! You got that copy.
I came
Okay,
prepared.
my copy is in the other room, but pretend I'm holding it. Yeah, yeah. Very awesome, very great zine.
Thank
So
you.
what year did you make it, and like can you talk about your creative process of putting everything together?
I made this in May of 2024, and then I actually like published it in like September 2024.
Mhm.
So it's been, yeah, almost like mm,
Like
yeah,
maybe a year.
like a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and some change. A year and some change.
Yeah. But I made this scene because I was like angry and like really hurt about like like how the pandemic has like impacted me and like other like Black people. So yeah, I just kind of like, did my first draft of like, oh, like these are the things that I keep noticing. Like
Mhm.
I keep noticing that like, there's not resources like for Black people, like how to put your hair up like in a mask, like
Yeah.
that's like something you won't find in like like I guess like if a doctor's office, if they would like
Right,
hand out like
exactly.
a
And even
pamphlet
other
about
zines that
COVID.
are out there too. I mean, not a lot that come from the perspective of someone that is like not white. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like that's like the thing. I'm like, I've never seen anybody talk about this, like besides like on like Twitter or like Reddit, like
Mhm.
because Black people will be like, hey, like I have like locks. Like how
Right.
am I supposed to wear a mask? Like how am I supposed to wear a headband mask, Like
Mhm.
so, and like also just like, masks fit Black people's face differently because
Differently.
like
Right.
they're modeled like on a white man's face,
Right.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's like kind of like that like directly impacts our health, because if your mask is like too loose, you can like
Right. It's
get,
not gonna have a good seal. No,
dirty
exactly.
air in your like
Mhm.
mask and get sick. So
Mhm. So that goes back to the quote of you gotta be the change you want to see in the world. Look at our
yeah.
own resources, and I would definitely recommend anybody, especially people that are black, to really read
Yeah.
that and get all the resources and all the stuff. I promise you, it'll make your brain even more wrinklier. Woo-woo.
Yeah. I don't know. And I'm like, I also made it for like, Black people that love like, like self-expression, like wearing cool
Exactly.
outfits. And I'm like, you wearing a mask does not like, like you wearing a mask like enhances your outfit.
Exactly. It adds a little,
Like,
and a lot of masks come in different colors, especially KN95.
yeah,
Although me personally, I am when I'm like out and about in life, I am a 3M Aura down. That is
me
more
too.
reliable. Like there's no one comes close to my. I've worn that in the most dire of events. Me and
Yeah.
my immune system, me and my respiratory system, we're like this. So that is definitely my
No,
favorite.
the aura's
Do you
the
have a
aura's
favorite
like a
mask?
baddie. Like the aura like holds us down. Like, cause it's just like, and it's like, then it's like, that's why I made mask chains, cause I was like, okay, I'm wearing this like white mask that doesn't come in any other colors, like,
Colors, right?
and I'm just like, okay, I gotta figure out something. I'm like, oh, I could like make a chain to like put it on, like kind of like glasses chains.
Right,
And like,
right. And
wait.
it kind of like
And then I was like,
spike the
oh, I
fit a
gotta
little
make
bit.
one to match all my outfits.
Exactly. Yeah. And then history was made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of being creative and being artsy, this is very creative and also artsy event coming up this February 7th. The
Yeah.
first the first ever FrizzFest. Throw in the virtual confetti. Woo, 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 woo. And we have our lovely StarlyBri as one of the many awesome performers. And like what should people be expecting from your set coming up this February 7th,
Mm.
7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Let's see. I feel like people should expect to feel all the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm just like, look, it's like Black Futures Month. Like, you know, like there's a lot of like shit happening. Like I am not gonna like overlook all that like in my side. I'm just like I want y'all to feel like the catharsis, but also like party it up too. So I'm like
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to find a balance between those two things. So I'm really excited to like to share my set.
Hell yeah. You know, everyone's gonna be in their best Afrofuturistic fits. There is this Afrofuturistic fashion show for those black folks that want to, you know, win a couple cool prizes, you know, Latin.
Mhm.
Yes. But yeah, I am super, super excited for your performance. Very glad to have you in the very awesome roster of very talented people. So, you know, if you don't got nothing to do and it's February 7th, and you're like, what should I do on this beautiful Saturday night? You know where you need to log in.
For
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. Thank you so much for talking with me today. And hopefully, fingers crossed, see y'all on February 7th.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Like I'm just like this is like the start of my very like gay black queer February. I'm just like
Exactly.
this is the start of a great month.
Exactly. What a way to start a Black History Month. Very, very hyped. So wherever you are in the world, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Yeah, tell your
come
friends.
and you know listen to her awesome fucking live coding set. Yeah, get your disco on. That being said, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you to those that came in to listen to us yap about art and creativity and navigating the world as COVID
Yeah,
cautious
this is
creators.
so great. You're so great at interviewing.
Thank you. I try my best. Thank you for sitting through the 1,000,005 technical difficulties. Instagram may work hard, but we work harder. Yes. So yeah, I'll catch y'all later. I'll catch you later, and have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye.